There we go. We are green.
Aschenbach to the lead.
Here comes Aschenbach again.
He makes the outside move again. I think he's going to make it stick, and again that car comes to life.
Getting in front at the start. Lawson Aschenbach leading the field through the infamous carousel. Huge, huge day for your four-time champion. Fourth win on the season.
Hi, I'm Ray Sorenson, Vice President, Blackdog Speed Shop. Today we're going to show you around our 2015-2016 Z28 Chevrolet GTS car for Pirelli World Challenge that we currently have for sale. This is one of our championship winning cars that was hand built right here in our shop. You can tell that the body is 100% factory trim, so that means that all the body parameters are the same as you would find on a stock car right off the showroom floor. This Z28 race car was built in the parameter of using all of the stock componentries as much as we could from the factory street car. You'll notice if we open the hood here, you'll see that the car has the stock LS7 engine in it that comes in the street car. It's 100% stock, it's just been blueprinted and balanced. It runs a restrictor as far as our series goes, which regulates the horsepower. The restrictor would be right here behind the throttle body. Everything else for the car has been hand built. You'll notice there's some strengthening of the towers. There's some added camber and caster gains here, and then the cold air box, which will be fabricated to fit the car. The other part about this driveline, which is using the stock engine, is to also use the stock transmission, the differential, the axles, and all the brakes and the uprights. So with all the stock componentries on the car, the idea was to use everything that we could from the stock platform. And that includes the suspension, other than shocks, which is our four-way valve dynamic DSSV shocks. And what that is dynamic suspension spool valve, so that's a spool valve shock. It has no shims in it. You can see the brake inlet there coming from a Pratt & Miller front brake duct and then connecting also to another Pratt & Miller brake duct that's spindle mounted. You can see the outside of it here on the caliper. So in the back you can see the same setup here. The DSSV shock mounted up through the trunk area. You can see the hard mounts for the subframe, and up front here you can see that there's an adjustable toe link. All this technology was refined at Dynamics 4-post rig up in Canada. The air jack system on this car is an air jacks system. Runs on about 250 PSI. It's a great system to have. This car's been completely developed, built right here in-house at Blackdog Speed Shop. So in the hood itself and some of the body panels on this car, the hood is carbon fiber, the front fenders are carbon fiber, the doors are carbon fiber, and the deck lid, and of course the rear wing. That whole idea was to use weight savings abilities to get the car to a better platform for weight. The rear wing on this car, of course, is carbon fiber, mounted directly into the chassis. This wing was actually developed by General Motors and has been wind tunnel tested for its downforce and drag coefficients. It works very well in the car. Once again, the idea of this car was to run the stock parameters of the Z28, improve its technology on the racetrack, and the brakes are 100% off the showroom factory car. In the fuel cell in this car, of course, this panel comes off, which is carbon fiber, nice and light. You can see that we've installed a fuel-safe fuel cell and all the correct components to make it work functionally. You can also see back in the corner here, you can see the shock adjustments for the rear shocks back there with a four-way adjuster, but everything works very properly. So if we open up the door of the Z28 here, you'll see the roll cage and all that has been fitted, movable steering wheel and all. And you can kind of see in there the work that's been done. This car was a body in white from General Motors, so it started as a shell. The car was sent to acid dip and media blast, and then repainted white after the roll cage was fitted in it. So we built this car with a standard tilt and floor mounted pedal setup in it. And to me that's a little bit better setup than a hanging pedal setup, and it's a little bit more friendly to the drivers. Other thing we did here is we moved the transmission shifting mount backwards in the car. Usually it would be a lot more forward. Since we've moved the seat so far backwards for the driver and the weight transfer, it made sense to move the shifter for the transmission backwards to be in better conjunction with the driver's arm. Let's talk electronics in this car. Fully customized wiring harness front and back all the way through the car. And the car is completely wired with Motec systems. ECU, the C187- and the PDM. So the ECU is an M800 Motec, fully programmable, tunable, the whole 9 yards. The C187 dash is obviously very large, and you can program anything on it you want. There's multiple pages to it. Shift light up top, and then back to the PDM down here, which has all the switches in it, so it's all electronic. That's also programmable any way you want. And then this has a full Bosch Racing ABS unit in as well, which is fully adjustable. And we've also developed that package strictly for this car. The idea of the cars was to make them look completely stock, as I had said in the opening, and that included the interior. We wanted the dashboard and everything to look like a Gen 5 Camaro. The interesting part about buying this race car from the maintenance standpoint is that you can run a stock engine, gearbox, differential, axles, brakes, wheels. All those things are easily available. In the front of the car, the radiator and the oil cooler are back-to-back. It was a system that was designed by C&R Racing, and we incorporated it into this car so we can easily control the engine and oil temperatures. The basic idea of the GTS car back in 2015 and 2016 for Chevrolet was to take the Z28 and prove its technology at a racing level. This really was the preemptive end of taking stock race cars and turning them into GT4. If you'd like some more information, please reach out to blackdogspeedshop.com or give us a call at 847-634-7534, and we'll have lots of information to pass along to you.